Hello everyone, how are you? Hope you are all good. Welcome you all to my channel Champions Learn and Grow. So today we will do chapter number 3 of your class 6 science, that is fiber to fabric. So let's understand the chapter. So students, one day my friend Reena, she went to shopping to buy some clothes. And then the shopkeeper showed her variety of clothes that were made of different fabric. So she touched the clothes and felt that different clothes were made up of different fabric. So she was wondering that what are different fabrics and what are they made up of? So let's answer her question. Now, what are fabrics first of all? Fabrics are the cloth or the soft material which is used for making clothes, curtains, bed sheets, etc. So students, in our home, we wear clothes. So clothes are also made up of fabric. Curtains, school bags, bed sheets and towels. All these are made up of one or different type of fabrics. Now, we will learn about different types of fabric. Number one is silk, then nylon, wool, cotton, acrylic and polyester. These are the different types of fabrics and these are used for making different types of materials. For example, like cotton fabric is used for making various cotton shirts, clothes, saris, towels, bags and even socks. Similarly, wool is used for making woolen clothes, socks, muffler, carpets, and nylon is generally used for making bags, t-shirts, and silk is mainly used for making saris, shirts, suits, silk bags, bed sheets, and pillow covers. So these are the different types of fabrics which are used for making different material. Now we will understand what is fabric made up of. So students, fabrics are made from yarns and which in turn are made from fibers. For example, from the cotton fiber, first of all, cotton yarn is made, and then from the cotton yarn, cotton fabric is made, and then cotton fabric is used for making various cotton shirts and different clothes. So let's understand what are yarns. So students, when you look at any fabric or any piece of cloth material, it seems to us it's like a continuous piece. But is it really a continuous piece? When we look at closely, no. There are various lines or threads are there inside the fabric if we look at closely. So what are they? So when we take a piece of cotton fabric and we try to lose a thread at one of the edges and pull it out like this in the picture. So these loose threads are known as yarns and fabric is made up of these yarns which are arranged together, right? So now what are yarns made up of? The thin strands of thread or yarn are made up of still thinner strands. These are called as fibers. So, yarns are made up of still thinner strands of thread. These are called as fibers. So, you can simply Take out a yarn or a thread from a piece of cotton fabric or place this piece of yarn on a table. Now press one end of the yarn with your thumb and scratch the other end of the yarn along its length with your nail as shown in figure. Right? Do you find that at this end yarn splits into thin threads? So these thin threads are known as fibers. So you can look in this picture when you are trying to put a thread inside a needle. Sometimes thread is split up into still thinner threads. So these are known as fibers. So now we can say that a fabric is made up of yarns arranged together and yarn is further made up of various fibers. Understand? Now we will know what are the sources of fibers. Now fibers are obtained from natural fibers or synthetic fibers. Now natural fibers are obtained from plants or animals. From the plants we get cotton and jute, and from the animal we get wool and silk. And examples of synthetic fibers include nylon, polyester and acrylic. Now we will understand what is a natural fiber. The fiber which is obtained from the plants and animals are called as natural fiber, right? So examples include cotton, wool, jute, silk. These are all are natural fibers. Why? Because these are obtained from plants and animals. These are not man-made. So what are synthetic fibers? The fibers which are not obtained from plant or animal sources. These are made from chemical substances are called as synthetic fibers. Example includes polyester, nylon and acrylic. We will understand about what is cotton fiber. The cotton fiber is generally obtained from the plants. Cotton plants. Cotton plants grown at different places having black soil and warm climate. The fruits of the cotton plant are about the size of the lemon, and after the maturing the balls burst open, cotton balls burst open, and the seeds covered with the cotton fiber can be seen. So from these balls cotton is usually picked by the hands, and the fibers are then separated from the seeds by combining. This process is known as ginning of the cotton, and the ginning was traditionally done by hand. Nowadays machines are used for ginning. So this is the image of the cotton plants, and this you can see in the picture. Ginning is done by hand. Now we will understand about another natural fiber, that is jute fiber. Jute is obtained from the stem of the jute plant and it is cultivated during the rainy season. Jute is mainly grown in West Bengal, Bihar and Assam, and it is normally harvested at the flowering stage. The stems of the harvested plants are immersed in water for few days. The stems, roots, fibers are separated by the hand. So this is a picture of the jute plant, and jute fiber is mainly used for making jute bags, which are very helpful. Now we will understand about the silk fiber. Silk fiber is drawn from the cocoon of the silkworm, and it can be extracted by cultivating silk moths on the mulberry leaves. Once the cocoon is formed, it is dissolved in the boiling water to extract the individual long fiber from it. So this is the cocoon, and from the cocoon these silk fibers are generally obtained. These cocoons are dissolved in boiling water. So in order to extract long silk fiber from the cocoon of the silkworms. So this is how silk fiber is obtained. Now, what is wool fiber? The wool fiber is generally obtained from the fleece of the sheep or the goat. It is also obtained from the hair of rabbits, yak, and the camels. Now, now I have already told is what is fabric made up of, right? Fabric is made from yarns and which in turn made from the fibers. So now we will going to discuss about how the process in which cotton fiber is converted into cotton yarn, and from the cotton yarn cotton fabric is created, right? So let's understand the process. First of all, spinning of the cotton yarn is done. The process of making yarns from the fibers is known as spinning. In this process, the fibers from the mass of cotton wool are drawn out and twisted. This brings the fibers together to form a yarn. A simple device used for spinning is a hand spindle known as takli. Another hand operated device which is used for spinning is charkha. The spinning of the large scale is done with the help of spinning machines. So this is the takli in which we can do the spinning of the cotton yarn, right? So after the spinning the cotton yarn, how fabric is made. We will learn how yarn is turned to fabric. The two main processes for making fabrics from the yarns are weaving and knitting. Weaving. What is weaving? It is a process of arranging two sets of yarns together to make a fabric. This process is called as weaving. And how it is done? Weaving of the fabric is done on looms. These are either hand operated or power operated. So this is the hand operation. Weaving is done on looms and these are the power operated looms. So another process is knitting, by which yarns are converted to fabric. In this, a single yarn is used to make a fabric. Socks and many other clothing materials are made up of knitted fabrics. Knitting is done by hand and also on machines. For example, this knitting of the sweater, you can see, is done by manually, right? And this knitting is done by the machines. So these were the two processes through which yarns are converted into fabric, weaving and knitting. Understand about the history of the clothing. In ancient times, people used the bark and big leaves of trees and animal skins and furs to cover themselves. After that, people began to settle in agriculture communities. So they learned to weave twigs and grass into mats and baskets. Vines, animal fleece, or hair were twisted together into long strands, and these were woven into fabrics. In those days, stitching was not known. So people simply draped the fabrics around different parts of the body. Many ways of draping fabrics were used. So with the invention of sewing needle, people started stitching fabrics to make the clothes. So students, that how fiber is converted to fabric. So first of all, ginning is done on cotton rolls and fiber is produced. Then spinning is done on fibers and yarn is produced. And through the yarns, fabric is produced through the two processes that are weaving and knitting. So students, if you like my video, please like, share and subscribe my channel. Thank you.